Greetings, Nick with Sweetwater. Today we're discussing pinch harmonics. Pinch harmonics are sometimes referred to as pick harmonics or simply squeals. Whatever you call them, these cool-sounding six-string sonic screamers are created by using a specific picking technique in just the right place on a string, and those right places depend on what note you're trying to squeal and also how you want it to squeal. So let's get into it. The true kings of this wonderful technique include the following chaps: Billy F. Gibbons, hence the shirt; Edward Van Halen, hence the striped guitar and hence me using it for the intro; Vivian Campbell, especially during his time with Dio; John Sykes of Whitesnake fame and Blue Murder fame. His pick harmonic at the front of Cold Sweat by Thin Lizzy alone is a true masterpiece. Then of course we've got Adam D and his partner in crime Joel from Killswitch Engage. Their version of Holy Diver is brilliant. And last but certainly not least, the man who's a weird cross between a Viking, a biker and a WWE wrestler, the one, the only Zakk Wylde, hence this bullseye guitar. There are, of course, many other great players who use this technique wonderfully, but those 7 guys are in my top 10. Once mastered, this is not only a great trick to have up your sleeve, it's also very easy. It must be. I can do it, and I do it a lot, or should I say, abuse it to the max. Here's the picking technique in a nutshell. What you do is you choke your pickup. You get it so only a little bit is sticking out, and then you rotate it so the tip is pointing towards the bridge. And then when you pick the string aggressively, you not only hit it with the pick, you also hit it with the edge of your thumb milliseconds after the initial strike. That's what creates the desired scream, the pinch harmonic. Let's check out the technique in action. I'm going to play the 7th fret on the G string. Here it is, picked regularly. Now let's use the pinch harmonic picking technique. I'm going to go from normal, well, as normal as I can be, to the pinch harmonic technique. Here we go. This is how Billy F. Gibbons, the Reverend, so aptly described this technique. Meat on metal on wood. In a nutshell, each note on the guitar consists of a number of tones. There's the fundamental, which is the one you hear, and then a bunch of overtones, which are actually higher than the fundamental. When I play an open low E, you're hearing the E, but there's a bunch of overtones going on. And you don't really hear them until you induce a natural harmonic. This is how you do it. You lightly touch the string directly above something called a node, which we'll discuss more about in a minute, and then pick it before releasing the finger. If done correctly, this technique not only sounds the overtone note at that particular note, it also mutes the fundamental, making the overtone in question the one we hear. Got it? These nodes aren't just at the 12th fret, they're all over the place. They're at the 7th fret, the 5th fret, in between frets, everywhere. Check this out. You've probably heard this on records. All I'm going to do is rest my finger lightly on the low E and then pick it as I move it up and down the string, and then you hear a bunch of weird and wonderful harmonics. The reason you heard all those cool notes is because I was touching on a bunch of different notes. What's a node? Well, if you want to find out more, click on the link below this video and you can learn all about it. Now, if you're smart, and Dimebag Darrell certainly was, you can search out the nodes for specific notes and then use them to your advantage. A great example of this is the opening harmonic riff in Heresy off the first album, Cowboys from Hell. Here's another harmonic trick you've probably heard on numerous metal records. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to trill between the C at the 3rd fret on the A string to the open A string. While I'm doing it, I'm going to lightly rub the edge of my thumb against the string and move it up it. What you just heard was a weird and wonderful mix of natural harmonics and something called artificial harmonics. As already discussed, natural harmonics occur on an open string, i.e. when it's not fretted. Artificial harmonics occur when you're fretting a string. Let's check out how we can make an artificial harmonic happen. We're going to start at the 7th fret on the G string again. So I'm going to pick it, And imagine that's the nut, so there are nodes all over that length of string. So I need to find a place where there's a node that I like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly touch the string somewhere and see if a cool note appears. That was a pretty cool one right there. So what I'm going to do now is, now I've located it, I'm going to use the pickup as my reference point. I'm going to do the pinch harmonic technique exactly where I just tapped to get that desired effect. Check it out. And that's how you do it, folks. You find what Billy called the sweet spot, and then you find more sweet spots, remember where they are, and repeat. So they're everywhere. Check this out. Now, there are a few ways you can make pinch harmonics really stand out. Here they are in order. Number 1, lots of gain. Number 2, use the bridge pickup. Number 3, pick aggressively. Don't wimp into it. Dig in like you mean it. Attack the string like you want to kill it. And that pinch harmonic will surely sprout as a result of your efforts. Another thing, vibrato. When you get the harmonic, shake it. Last but certainly not least, always pay attention to where your picking hand's at. The tendency is to look at your fretboard hand all the time, and when I go for a harmonic and miss it, it's not just because I suck, it's because I'm picking in the wrong place, because I'm not spotting the sweet spot, because I'm not looking at my picking hand. So pay attention to that. Anyway, enough of me. I'm going to play the same intro, but with this guitar to prove that I'm not just faking it with something I pre-recorded earlier. Have fun with these. Be safe, be careful, squeal like a maniac. See ya!